Smash those braids holding you back from going for your dreams.
Hey guys, first I'm gonna move this. And secondly, it is 2:42 p.m. right now, and it's actually the second day after I filmed that video about the apple cider vinegar and the keto thing. And hopefully I'll have enough space for this, not a guarantee, but I'm gonna be talking while I'm gonna be talking while making my veggie wrap, I should say, and I do this a little bit differently. And what I wanted to point out with the whole keto thing real quick, not really quick, but like what I wanted to point out was, sorry, this tortilla is really small. I don't want the small one, I want the bigger one. So I always add a lot of food to it. Yes, I add a lot of stuff to these wraps. So anyways, with the keto thing. So for a lot of people, what they do, they end up experiencing like really, really bad stomach aches. And I think I was starting to talk about that before my phone cut out. So I do apologize about that. My phone got full on space. And so it is very, very normal when you first start the keto stuff. When you first start like a keto diet, even if it's not the full keto diet, then it's just like, when you first start it, how do I put this? It's actually really, really normal to experience really bad stomach pain. I don't know about really, really bad stomach pain, but like, it's normal to experience stomach pain. And yes, I'm using 2 different types of hummus, but I don't care. And you guys are probably gonna be judgy about my avocado slicing, because I'm gonna be using slices rather than putting it in guacamole, or mashing it like you would for guacamole. But I don't care. And yes, I know the pit needs to come out first. With all the little brown outer edges. So I just wanted to point that out about the whole keto thing, where it's actually when you experience that stomach pain, it doesn't mean that keto doesn't work. It doesn't mean that it's not working. It actually is working, contrary to belief. I mean, what happens to a lot of people is they literally just end up giving up on it. They like give up on the whole thing, saying, oh, this doesn't work for me. That's because you're not finding the right diet or the right foods to eat or put in your body. Like, yes, cheese is fine for keto diets, but like I said, don't eat it consistently, because I found this like article where apparently people were just eating cheese and butter. Like, no, that's not how keto works. Like, you don't eat cheese and butter on a daily basis. So if you guys, especially for the young adults that are very picky eaters, thankfully I've expanded my palate since I've gone vegetarian, like, probably 5 years ago now, or 6. About 6 years ago, or so, between 5 and 6, because I've had a couple mishaps by accident, so there's that, and I will explain that in another clip later on. Not clip later, but I'll explain that later, maybe at a different time or a different day. I'm gonna do this. So now I'm just making a veggie wrap because that's the kind of food I like to eat. And actually, what's funny, so I actually tried a veggie wrap for the first time from a specific sandwich place that I cannot actually specify for privacy purposes and for the very fact that they are not franchised. So yeah, considering the fact that they're not franchised, which I would prefer them to be franchised, but I kind of discovered, I don't want to say their full recipe, but I've kind of discovered what they use for their wraps. So I am very happy about that, and apologize if my head keeps getting cut off, because this is just like, the angle is not working right, and I do apologize about that, because I'm trying to like talk and multitask at the same time, and I apologize if my camera cuts out again, like it did the other time. Where did oh, there it is. So I was wondering what I did with the other hummus. The dishes are clean and I'm too lazy to open the thing. Or too lazy to open the dishwasher, so get the avocado out, please. Thank you. I'm getting low on my feta. Feta cheese. And FYI, feta cheese is very healthy for you as long as you add it to things like this. Like, obviously, like, to me, I've never tried it plain, but I wouldn't recommend trying it plain. Just add it to sandwiches or wraps or things like that, or, like, learn to make things on your own. It's actually a lot healthier, in my opinion, when you find the right ingredients for specific items. You just have to look for them and search for them in order to find them. And to be honest, with one of the hummuses that I got very, very, very lucky with it, since it was the only one there. So, the only one at the store at the time. So, yeah. Feta cheese is very sticky though, so it can get inside your fingernails. Just as a warning. And yes, guys, I actually did wash my hands before I started filming, so for all of you out there wondering, or maybe wondering, yeah. I'm just gonna, like, basically when it comes to keto and being a vegetarian, and especially with being a vegan, like, if you're a vegan, you cannot be picky with things. Like, no, like, I know I'm still picky to an extent, but I'm not nearly as picky as I used to be when I was a child. Just when it comes to being a vegetarian and anything like that, like anything along the lines of that, you just cannot be picky when it comes to that. Like, and that's exactly me choosing to become a vegetarian. That's exactly what helped me expand my food palette. And what's funny, admittedly, some YouTubers helped me expand my food palette because everyone kept raving about avocado toast, and I've been seeing it on the Brita channel for a long. I saw it like on their channel first for a long time, and then I just saw it everywhere at one point, and I'm like, and then a new YouTuber that I came across, she did something smart, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've never tried using avocado like that before, and now out of the blue, I like avocado. So yeah. Yes, as a kid, I hated avocados. I hated a lot of things as a kid, just as a heads up, because I did not like the taste of them. And yes, your taste buds change every 5 years, as a heads up. I usually don't like avocados unless it's in this or on avocado toast. But, like, plain by itself, like, no, I just can't do an avocado plain. Like, just, no. No. Not do it plain. So when it comes to stuff like this, when it comes to keto and, like, different dietary habits, shall I say, you have to be very, not careful, but basically, like I said, you just can't be picky. Like, for the young adults that are between the ages of, like, let's just say for the young adults that are 20 and older that want to do this, then what's it called? And for those that don't have fast metabolism, keto is not for you, just FYI. It is not for you if you're a picky eater, for those adults. And there was someone I worked with a while back, and it was actually interesting because she told me that she tried to go vegetarian, but she ended up making herself really sick by doing that. And that's probably because she didn't get the right protein needs that her body needed. And it makes sense because that's what happens with a lot of people, especially the younger ones, the, like, young adults or even, like, the teenagers that want to choose to go vegetarian. Like, they don't know the proper food to feed themselves or cook for themselves in order to go through with that kind of lifestyle. So, like, in terms of that, they don't necessarily get the proper nutrients or the proper types and needs that are needed for that kind of diet. And I just realized you guys didn't even see me cut the avocado, so it doesn't matter. But I actually am literally making a veggie wrap as I'm talking, so if you are a picky kid, picky teenager, picky adult, whether you're a young adult or older, like, I don't mean old, but like, if you're picky no matter your age, basically if you're picky no matter what your age is, the keto, basically the apple cider vinegar plus keto diet is not for you, just as a heads up. And I know, like I said, I can just like let go of tracking my carbs. I know I need to, but I'm like, I got tired of it. And I got a lot of other stuff I need to get done anyways. So, yeah. Let's see if I can open this thing. And then I've got red peppers for my wrap. Or roasted red peppers, I should say. To drain that. Because oh my gosh, fresh peppers are so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm about to show you guys something right now. Before I start cutting this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys something before I start cutting this red pepper. So when the first container got to the very bottom, I didn't want to keep using a spoon to dig it out, but I ended up using a mason jar instead. So I know they're like all squished into the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you guys can see that. But if you can see how dark that is, like, look how dark this is compared to this thing. This is a fresh red pepper. These are not fresh. Look at the difference. Look how dark that is. Yes, all the ones in here are super dark compared to this. Like, look how dark that is. It is so nice to actually use a fresh red pepper than something that's been sitting in the fridge for a while. Oh, like, just the difference in color. Like, oh my gosh. Yes. Thumbs up. The freshness. I did not expect the colors to be so different. Not gonna lie. So I haven't eaten lunch yet, and I'm just trying to make lunch and stuff, and then I've been really lazy lately at my ankle works. I know I need to keep up on it, and I've been really bad with it. So I'm gonna try to eat this, and then I got coffee earlier. I was bad at that because I got Starbucks. Because I really wanted Starbucks, and I just didn't care. It just sounded good. And I know that the coffee can actually help keep me focused and help make me stay focused on my course, so this way I'm not getting distracted and stuff. So now I'm putting a lot of red peppers on here, but I don't care. So I don't like this, like, whatever this thing is that looks like weird little fat. I don't like stuff like that. I'm gonna call it fat because I don't know what else to call it. Yes, I know I'm using like some tiny little pieces over here. But I don't care. Because I can and I want to. Whatever. Holy cannoli. I did not expect it to go on for like nearly 15 minutes. My bad. So I just got under my cutting board. Or under the cutting board, I should say. You'll see what this is for in a second. Now I'm going to add lettuce. I'm not sure why this isn't getting cold, but whatever. Break the larger pieces up because I need to. I use ranch so much. I'll be right back. Okay, so I ended up getting a bigger bottle of ranch because my mom and I use it that much. And then also, FYI, full fat ranch is not as bad for you as you'd think it would be. I think it's actually better for you than light ranch. Just putting that out there. And there's actually a huge reason why. I know the whole thing's gonna be very long, but I just wanted to do a short clip for this. So I'm going to. Where's my water? Okay. So I've got my own little water here. You will need 1 cup, 1/4 cup, along with a 1/2 tablespoon. And typically you can use any water for this, just as a heads up. You can use, actually I'm curious about something, or am I? Actually I'm curious. So, typically you can use any flavor of these sparkling waters. There is no carbs, like no fat, no sodium, no protein. The no sodium is actually a really good thing, especially when it comes to flavored water, because you gotta be very careful with that. Like, let me see if this has, I doubt that it does. Yeah, there's no nutrition info on here. So, it's fine, like, yeah. This, it's actually really good with peach nectarine, not gonna lie. It's not really good, it just masks the taste a little bit more. So, I'm gonna do this. It is 1 cup of water. Like I said, you can use any water for this. Spell, of course. I've never tried it with this one. This one is kiwi strawberry. I'm gonna try this flavor by itself first. Letting the fizz out so it doesn't like explode on me. To be honest, that one's not as good. FYI, no advertising or promotions intended, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to advertise or anything like that. This is something brand new I came across. These sparkling little ice waters. This one's not bad plain. I think I might drink that one plain. That one's probably not gonna be the best when it comes to apple cider vinegar. A little almost not. I don't want to say super sour, but not the best. I thought it was gonna be more fruity tasting. I thought it was actually gonna taste like strawberry kiwi, but it doesn't. So far, this one and the strawberry watermelon are the 2 best ones that I found to mix it with. So just open it. Do not shake it, because if you do that, it's very carbonated, so it'll fizz up like a soda would if you were to do that and explode at you. And if you want to, technically, you don't necessarily have to use sparkling ice, but I'm doing the natural thing. I'm doing stuff without sugars, and that includes stuff that doesn't include sugar alcohols. Like, for example, my mom loves her bai drinks. I love them too, but you have to be very, very careful with the erythritol content that's in them, because, on contrary to belief, some people say sugar alcohol is healthier than regular sugar, but I'm like, that depends, because the sugar alcohol in these drinks are not digestible. I've done research on that matter, so yeah. And then also I just happen to use this kind of lime juice. You could use any kind of lime juice that you want to. What someone else does, instead of using this, they do apple juice, but I don't do that due to the sugar content in apple juice. And so this is all natural lime juice. This has, once again, no fat, no sodium, no carbs, and of course there's no protein, but it makes sense. So I do about 1/2 tablespoon of lime juice. And then this, you will actually also need 1 tablespoon, because the recipe that I found calls for 2 tablespoons of this. My mom said she always shakes this, so it doesn't get all cloudy at the bottom and stuff. And yes, the recipe I found calls for 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And now it doesn't always taste the best. I know that for a fact. That's why I do it this way instead. But you can do it however you want to. Some use apple juice. Like I said, the only reason I don't is because there's the sugar content in it. Unless you somehow find natural apple juice that has 0 sugar or something similar to this, but just an apple flavor. Technically, I think they do have an apple flavor. I just didn't want to try it. So yeah. So far right now, that one, the peach nectarine plain is actually really, really good plain, and so is their pink grapefruit, especially if you like grapefruits. It literally tastes exactly like grapefruit. Yes, I know I'm weird, and yes, I do like grapefruit. Yes, I do like grapefruits. This is not easy to suck down at all, so I take a sip of water first. FYI, it's so much better cold. I can never finish these, by the way. But it's also, apple cider vinegar is supposed to be really, really healthy for you. And I'm in my late 20s. Actually, no, you guys actually already know my age because I've said it before, so I don't even care. So I am 28, capable of gaining weight, so yeah. You can't see I do have a little bit of a belly, not a big one, I know, thankfully. But like, I do have a little bit of belly. And this is technically what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to help your mind tell you when you're full. Because the thing is, a lot of us, like, that are capable of gaining weight at my age, that no longer have fast metabolism or anything like that, how am I supposed to phrase this? We're capable of gaining weight, but then also we want to lose that off ourselves, but I'm also trying my best to keep up with BMI, so I'm exercising. So I did my exercises this morning. I walked my dog, did jumping jacks, did my mountain climbers, and I finally figured out how to do mountain climbers correctly, because I guess I wasn't doing them correctly before, because I didn't know I was supposed to line up my shoulders with my wrists. And I'm like, no wonder why my wrists kept hurting after them. So this is the fill line, but what I see in my cup is actually like right here, just FYI. Fill line is literally up here, which you guys might see. The liquid is like about right there. And yes, you're supposed to try to suck as much of it as you can down. But if you can't finish it, that's totally fine. I usually don't. And you're supposed to try to like gulp it basically. FYI, when you first do this, if you do the apple cider vinegar mixture before you eat, you need, especially when it comes to the mornings and for breakfast, you need to eat immediately afterwards. Because if you don't, you have a chance of feeling dizzy and or maybe feeling like you're gonna pass out. I didn't feel that way, thankfully, but I did feel really, really dizzy when I first did this, and I did it in the morning before I eat breakfast. So thankfully, I do eat breakfast in the mornings. So with that, as a disclaimer, wanted to point that out before you guys start trying this. I forgot to point that out first. So I might add another disclaimer at the beginning of this clip. So just wanted to point that out, and because that literally happened to me, like no joke, when I first did this type of mixture, because I wanted to find something a little more natural, something without a lot of sugar, something without like, sorry, I do have allergies, by the way, so my nose is like running a little on and off, so like the weather's been weird where I'm at, so there's that. So when I first did that, I did feel really, really dizzy. I'm like, oh fudge, I need to eat like right now, like right after I finish this thing. So with the cold liquids, this is color changing, so I think it was up here, and then it went down, and now it's like all the way down here. My mixing it, creating mixtures helps a little more. You can still taste it, but it definitely helps. And that's why I made my veggie wrap first. So now I'm going to put this stuff back. When you have cherries in the fridge and you keep forgetting about them. I actually do like them. The cherries that I bought recently, I actually do like the cherries that I bought. And it's like, oh, I forgot that we have cherries in the fridge. And now, this is cold. Anyways, I did want to point that out. And I will see you guys later. Sorry for such a long video. I know I was talking through most of it, so I don't know if I can speed anything up. Excuse me, by the way. Excuse me. So, there's that, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.
Cross, cross, cross the bridge on over the bravery.